안녕하세요, Tommy입니다. I guess you guys have been waiting for this class. Finally, I'm going to start the intermediate Korean class. Yay! Wait, you're not thinking that you could take some break before intermediate classes, are you? What a waste! Because actually, what's more fun in Korean learning is when you learn these intermediate classes. In the beginner class, you learned some basic words and grammar, and maybe you feel that you got used to Korean to some extent, don't you? But at this intermediate level, you could express many more things in Korean. You will definitely be surprised at your progress, like, wow, I can already say this kind of thing in Korean now? In other words, when you finish the beginner classes, it will become more exciting for you to travel in Korea. But when you finish the intermediate classes, it will be even possible for you to actually live in Korea. Wow! It's gonna be easy to understand K-dramas, lyrics of K-pop, and you can understand what TV stars or comedians are saying without subtitles. That's really a great thing, isn't it? Also, it will be much faster to observe what you learn because you have gotten more used to Korean than when you were in the beginner class. Therefore, I can say that the golden time of Korean learning is when you are learning at this intermediate level. So from now on, let's have fun climbing this mountain of intermediate Korean together. The view, which you could see after you get to the top, is gonna be unforgettable. Also, let's become the master of intermediate Korean. So for today, as an orientation, I'm going to briefly introduce what we are going to learn in this intermediate class. Please imagine what kind of yourself you will be after finishing the intermediate classes. 그럼 시작할게요. The goal we aim for the intermediate class is that you could pass the TOPIK Level 4. To live, study, or work in Korea, this language level is the minimum Korean language ability. And to achieve that, you need to learn about 2,600 new words and 150 new grammar rules in addition to what you have already learned in the beginner class. It is over 1.5 times more than those in the beginner class. So there will be about 70 classes of the intermediate level. You guys might think, what? That's too many. But relax. Don't worry. You guys have already finished the beginner class and you are used to Korean learning. So now you can learn faster than when you were just a real beginner. Also, I have made listening videos of 2,600 words and 150 grammars and uploaded them on YouTube. In addition, the word list and grammar list are also available in PDF from my website. Therefore, I recommend that you look through the PDF or take a look at the video in advance and grab the whole image of what you are going to learn. Besides, in my intermediate class, I'm going to explain grammar mainly, so I don't explain the dialogues, word explanations, which we had in the beginner class. About new words, it's the same as the beginner class. You memorize 40 words for every lesson, and you will have memorized 2,600 words when you finish the intermediate lessons. Also, instead of dialogue, there are lots of example sentences using important grammar, and there will be lots of opportunities to output when you learned as usual through pronunciation practice and essay writing. So you can improve your listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills through my videos. And there are also tests, which you guys love. I am such a good teacher, aren't I? The tests are in the form that is close to the real TOPIK exam, so you can use them as an exam preparation. Moreover, there is the final examination, just like the beginner class. If you pass the exam, I will of course issue a certificate. There is no way but just to get it done. So it's going to be a long way compared to the beginner level, but I bet you will have so much fun with me. So don't be afraid and let's take the first step together. After you learn 2,600 words and 150 grammar, pass all the tests and final exam and receive the great certificate, you definitely will be the master in intermediate Korean. Then from the next class, we are starting the intermediate Korean lesson. I'm looking forward to meeting many challengers who want to learn intermediate Korean and be able to have a natural conversation with native Korean speakers. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅 파이팅!